You've likely heard the story of Lucifer, the infamous fallen angel. According to Christian tradition, Lucifer was the most radiant and powerful of all angels in God's heavenly court. But his ambition knew no bounds. He sought to challenge the very authority of God, leading a rebellion alongside other wayward angels. A celestial war ensued, and ultimately Lucifer and his followers were cast out of heaven, banished to the depths of hell. In his fall from grace, Lucifer became the devil, and his fallen brethren turned into demons. It's a dramatic and compelling story, one that has endured for centuries. But what if I told you this version isn't actually in the Bible? At least, not in the way we've come to know it. The true origin of Lucifer is far more intriguing. It's a story shaped by mistranslations, misinterpretations, and a curious case of linguistic evolution. Let's unravel the mystery. The name Lucifer. Before we dive into fallen angels, celestial wars, and eternal damnation, let's start with his name, Lucifer. It's just one of many names associated with the devil, alongside Satan, the beast, and Beelzebub. But while some of these names appear multiple times in Scripture, the name Lucifer appears only once. In the Old Testament, specifically in the Book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 12. How you are fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning. How you are cut down to the ground, you who weakened the nations. Seems pretty clear, right? Not exactly. This verse was not originally about a rebellious angel. In fact, it was a taunt directed at the arrogant king of Babylon, whose kingdom had just fallen. The phrase, "How you are fallen, O Lucifer," was essentially a poetic way of saying, "Oh, how the mighty have fallen." But why did Isaiah use the name Lucifer? And what does Satan have to do with this passage? A lost translation. To answer that, we need to go back to the original Hebrew text. When Isaiah's verse is read in Hebrew, it sounds something like this. Aiknapalta mishamayim, Helel ben Shachar. Did you catch the name Lucifer in there? No, that's because it isn't there. Instead of Lucifer, the phrase used is Helel ben Shachar, which translates to Shining One, Son of the Morning. A poetic reference not to a fallen angel, but to the planet Venus, also known as the morning star. The morning star connection. Venus is one of the brightest objects in the night sky. It shines brilliantly before dawn, only to disappear with the rising sun, creating the illusion of falling from the heavens. In ancient Mesopotamian mythology, Venus was associated with the goddess Inanna, or Ishtar. Stories about her describe a celestial being who descends into the underworld, only to rise again, mirroring the motion of Venus across the sky. Isaiah's verse about the morning star falling from heaven was likely an allusion to this astronomical event. He was comparing the fall of the king of Babylon to the fleeting brilliance of Venus. But somewhere along the way, this poetic metaphor took on an entirely new meaning. How Lucifer became the devil. So if Isaiah wasn't talking about the devil, where did the association come from? The answer lies in the Latin translation of the Bible. When early Christians translated Isaiah 14:12 from Hebrew to Latin, they rendered Helel ben Shachar as Lucifer, which simply means light-bringer or morning star in Latin. To the Romans, Lucifer was a name for Venus, not a demonic entity. But over time, as Christian theology evolved, early scholars began to conflate the Lucifer of Isaiah with the concept of a rebellious fallen angel. The Book of Enoch and the Fallen Angels. This idea gained momentum with the Book of Enoch, an apocryphal text written between 300 and 200 BCE. Though not included in the official Bible, it was widely read in early Jewish and Christian circles. In this book, a group of angels known as the Watchers were sent to observe humanity. But they became corrupt, lusting after human women and defying God's command. Led by their chief Samyaza, they descended to earth, interbred with humans, and produced the monstrous Nephilim. They also taught humans forbidden knowledge, weaponry, sorcery, and even the use of mirrors and cosmetics. Enraged, God unleashed a great flood to wipe out the Nephilim and had his loyal angels imprison the fallen Watchers. Though the Book of Enoch was not canonized, its themes deeply influenced Christian thought. And when later scholars read Isaiah 14:12, they saw a parallel between the fallen watchers and the fallen morning star. Thus, Lucifer, the poetic reference to Venus, became synonymous with a rebellious angel cast down from heaven. From mistranslation to mythology. By the time of early Christianity, this reimagined Lucifer had fused with other mythological and biblical concepts of evil. He was identified with Satan, the serpent of Eden, and the leader of Hell's legions. Today, modern Bibles no longer use the name Lucifer in Isaiah 14:12, replacing it with morning star to more accurately reflect the original meaning. Conclusion. So the story of Lucifer, the proud angel who defied God, fell from grace and became Satan, is, in reality, a fascinating case of linguistic evolution. A passage meant to mock a Babylonian king transformed over centuries into one of the most enduring legends of all time. It's the story of how a planet accidentally became a fallen angel. If you found this deep dive into biblical history and mythology intriguing, I've got more fascinating topics coming your way. Make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for future explorations into the mysteries of ancient texts. Until next time, this is Abyssal Narratives, signing off.